This video will teach how to follow the order of operations. When there's more than one operation in an expression, you must follow an order so that you do it correctly. We use PEMDAS, that's my dog shaking her head, to explain what order to do them in. P stands for parentheses. Exponents come next. Then we do multiplication and division in a left to right format. I'll show you what that means. And addition and subtraction also go left to right. So first of all, you have to do anything that involves parentheses, what's inside the parentheses. Then you do all the exponents that you can before completing any multiplication and division, left to right. And then addition and subtraction will be the last thing that you will complete. Let me show you what this means to solve an expression. Take, for instance, 10 minus 3 times 2 plus 9. You can't just start here and go that direction. You have to complete nothing in parentheses so we can move on. There's no exponents, so we can move on. So multiply and divide, yes, there's something multiply and divide. It's 3 times 2, which is 6. Bring everything else down. Your teachers will teach you these need to be completed like a triangle, and your answer will be on the bottom. So then we go addition. We are done with all multiply and divide. Now we're going to go addition and subtraction left to right. So that means this happens before adding 9. So then 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 plus 9 will be our final step, and it's 13. See my triangle? Every time we want it to look like that. That was problem number 1. Number 2. Let's say we have a 3 outside of parentheses, and then we have 4 plus 8 inside parentheses plus 2 times 4. Here's how you'll tackle this problem. What's inside parentheses first, and we write the M and D on the same line because that happens in the same step. Parentheses by itself in one step, exponents by itself in one step, multiply and divide together in one step, and addition and subtraction together in that step. So 4 plus 8 is 12. We bring everything else down. Now I still have parentheses, but there's not an operation in there, so that doesn't really count. So let's look. Did parentheses, we have no exponents, so multiply and divide. I'm checking it because even though we didn't actually do it, we went to the step to say, do I have any, and we don't, so we can move on. So now multiply and divide. So these get multiplied and these get multiplied before we do the addition. So 3 times 12, I know that's 36. 2 times 4, I know that's 8. 36 plus 8, that would be 44. If I don't know, I'm doing it out to the side. And that's our answer. All right, let's take another one. In number 3, feel free to pause and rewind as you need to. We're going to have 2 plus 10 inside parentheses, an exponent of 2 outside, then times 3. I picked this one because there's a lot of multiplication and it can get complicated. So we do what's inside the parentheses first. 2 plus 10, we know that that's 12. We keep our parentheses. We put our exponent, bring everything else down. Now 2 squared, remember, this does not mean 2 times 12. It means 12 times 12. So we know that that's 144 times 3, and then that will be our answer. So we're going to do that work out to the side. We would never do that in our head. That's 432. And that's our answer, so we square it. See how I still am creating this triangular shape? You don't have to put those lines on it, but it will help you if you think about that shape. Hoping this shows up pretty well on this gray paper. And so number 4, this one we have 5 dot. What does a dot mean? It means multiply. I hope you said that. So 5 times 9 is what that means. So let's look at our order of operations. It says parentheses first, but here we have a lot inside the parentheses, and you still follow the order of operations within the parentheses, meaning it can do the addition not until the very end. So then I will do inside the parentheses, I have an exponent. So that would come before anything else. Well, 6 squared, that's 36 because it's 6 times 6. Now I bring everything else down. Now I'm still inside parentheses and I'm going to multiply before I add. 5 times 9 is 45. Bring down the rest. Still keeping those parentheses at all times. 45 plus 36, that's 81. 81 plus 18 is my final. 81 plus 18, I'm going to do it out to the side. That's 99. And so 99 is our answer. Okay, let's try another. All right, number 5. This one I chose because it looks so weird.
Sorry.
So inside the parentheses, I think you should keep writing these down, and I always will too, to help us. So inside the parentheses, we have an exponent. Okay, well this doesn't mean 2 times 3. It means 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Bring down the parentheses, bring down everything else. You can see your triangle beginning to form. And so that's 32. That would come before the addition, plus 10, and that would be 42. Greg, would you? Parker.
Sorry. Close the door.
Number 6, sorry. I made the decision once to have children, and I forgot to think about if I'd be able to teach and have children. The answer is no. Okay, so this one I picked because there's just so much going on that's not addition and subtraction, so you really have to watch your order. So 3 times 28 divided by, in parentheses, 54 divided by 9 times 2. So in parentheses I must start. And in parentheses I'm going to go left to right with that multiply and divide. That means this must happen first. That's 6. Bring down the rest. So I'm still having parentheses to deal with because that's not just a number in there, that is an operation. 6 times 2 is 12. I'm bringing down everything else. Now I have no more parentheses, I have no exponents, so I'm down to just doing this left to right. Well, 3 times 28 is not something I would ever do in my head. That's 84. And then divided by 12 comes down. And 84 divided by 12, if you know your facts, is 7. Let's double check. 12 times 7. Sure is. Okay. Again, you see your triangle forming. Remember to pause, rewind as needed, and ask a lot of questions in class as you need to.